Yo, hello guys, and welcome to the UFC 245. My name is MetroJohnny, and we are back on the UFC series, and today is a big UFC event. We have a lot of heated rival matchups today, including two championship title defenses with Mayweather and Chuck Liddell. But to start it off, we have Bader versus Johnson. This is Bader's debut. Johnson, he's been here before. Also, to top things off as well, we have the Leroy versus Duffy fight. Those two hate each other, and I can't wait to see that later tonight. But for right now, we got to focus on Bader and Johnson. So right off the bat, Johnson finds himself, down early here in round one. And he is just getting rocked and getting embarrassed here. Oh my goodness, the uppercuts, every shot's landing for Bader. Johnson he's trying to answer back here. He's definitely, oh my goodness. And he gets slumped in the worst way. He's getting exposed. His junk is out there on the camera. And he's bent over saying, "I'm ready, take me, take me, I'm ready." That is the worst. I have no respect for somebody who gets knocked out that way. I'm going to call you out if you get knocked out that way. So, Johnson, dude, you better redeem yourself here in these next fights. So, he's trying to make a comeback here in round two. Oh, and that's embarrassing as well. If you get knocked down, wow, that's embarrassing. And now Bader, he's lit a fire under Johnson. Johnson's coming back. This is exactly how I expect you to answer back if you get slumped in the worst way possible. You got to answer back with fire. And that's what Johnson's doing here tonight. It looks like we're going to have a good fight on our hands. Bader, he's trying to play it a lot slower now. Oh, but Johnson's not giving in here. And oh, Johnson. Okay, that right hook landed, but Bader took it. There you go, Bader's playing it slow here. He knows he's in danger, and it doesn't matter. Ooh, deadly left hook connects. Clocks him right on the button. He gets destroyed right there. And we're going into a round three. What a way to start off a UFC event like this. I think this could possibly be one of the best events. We have so many rival fights happening with Chuck Liddell and Griffin. Them two have been talking a lot of trash. Griffin, saying that Chuck Liddell's, is not even a challenge. He doesn't know how he got the belt. And Liddell, obviously calling Griffin out on last UFC where Griffin got knocked out by Gustafsson. If you guys missed that, make sure to go watch the last UFC event, 244, where Griffin loses, but he had already had a title shot set up. So it doesn't affect his title shot. He still gets his title shot. And let me focus here. Bader's about to get knocked out. I'm not trying to take anything from these two fighters. Anthony Johnson with the kick. And oh, somebody get the medic out here because that doesn't look good right there. That was a nasty little knockout there. Johnson answers back for what Bader did to him here. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Just rocks him with the leg kick. I love knockouts like that. And then he just goes stiff. As you can see right there, he turns into a stone. And that is another win there for A. Johnson. Who, by the way, if I believe, wasn't he was a champion at one point. Or I might have that mixed up, but this is another fight here. Barboza versus Cerrone. God, these are two good fighters. Barboza's coming off of a win against Aldo, I believe it was. So this is going to be an interesting fight here. Barboza has the momentum coming in here, but Cerrone is a very strong fighter. So we'll see what happens here. And right away, these two fighters not wasting any time going for it. Back and forth they go. Cerrone has the small lead on Barboza. We'll see, though. We all know Barboza had those legs. You got to watch out for him. And he likes to go for the body shots as well. Cerrone not having any of it. It's tied up here late in round one. What's going to happen here? Barboza showing off there a little bit, saying, "Come at me." And Cerrone says, "Okay, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll come at you." And the uppercut. Barboza did not see that one coming. He misses with the flying knee kick, and then, oh, he pays for it. Wow, what a knockout. That freaking uppercut connects right on the button. And here we go. Round number two. Barboza down. He knows it here. Cerrone not wasting any time to attack. Barboza missing with all of his kicks here. Cerrone playing good defense and taking an early lead in round 2 here. Now Barboza needs to play on the defensive side here. He is just falling down. Every shot that he takes is not hitting. It's not getting through. Cerrone, oh, a nice body kick right there. That has to hurt. You can tell he's hurt. He doesn't really have much stamina. And then, oh my goodness. It's a dominating fight. I did not expect that, boys. You got to think Barboza is a little bit, he's a lot more tired than Cerrone coming into this fight. I mean, he just fought last UFC 244, so I mean, I don't know if that's the reason this was the outcome, but Cerrone makes easy work with Barboza. We didn't really expect that. Oh my God. What a devastating knockout. And with that being said, George versus Duffy 2. The heated rivalry with these two is something fierce. That is coming up next, boys. I hope you're ready. These two hate each other. Let's go. Alrighty, boys, so here we go. We are loading up the fight. This is not fight of the night, but it has the potential to be the fight of the night, depending on how the championship rounds go. But these two have, right now in the UFC, have the biggest rivalry. Chuck Liddell and Griffin have a decent rivalry. Griffin had a rivalry with Gustafsson, but I think that got put to an end last UFC. But here we go. Leroy George, he lost his debut fight against Duffy, and he called Duffy back out saying, I want another piece of you. That is not how it was meant to be. He's put in a lot of training. He's worked on a lot of things, and we're going to see if it comes out, you know, if it shows here tonight. And Duffy says, dude, I beat you once. I'll fucking beat you again, and I'll basically put your name in the dirt, and you'll never be back in this octagon. And right off the bat, Leroy George taking a late lead, but Duffy, oh my goodness, a devastating kick. I think it's the knee that hit it. Yeah, it's the knee right on the temple. Leroy George knocking Duffy to the ground in round 1, knocking him out. And wow, Leroy George already showing that was a quick round. I was too busy talking about the history of these two. But let's focus on the fight here. Leroy George obviously showing that he put in the work. Duffy, though, I don't think Duffy's going to go out that easy. Both of these fighters going back and forth. You can feel the hate in the arena right now. These two just do not like each other. Leroy had Duffy there, pinned against the cage. But Duffy held his own. He's only down by 1 here. And now he's falling down big time. Duffy on the verge of getting... Oh, and Leroy George bragging there a little bit, saying, dude, Duffy, you have nothing on me. Duffy trying to make a comeback here, but Duffy's still in a bad way. Oh, my goodness. Duffy trying to make a comeback here. Oh, a nice body shot and then a headshot. And he's come back. No way. He takes the lead. Duffy, he's moving. He's bobbing and weaving. That leg kick hits. 1-1. It's tied up here late in round 2, and oh my God! Oh my God! Duffy just slumps Leroy George in the worst way. Oh my God! I just was saying earlier, you do not want to get knocked out like that. Oh my God! Now how is Leroy George going to answer back? We're going into a round 3. These two hate each other. You know Duffy's going to call him out on that, especially if he wins this fight. Oh man, Leroy George needs to win now. Here we go. It's 1-1 though. These two, I knew this was going to be a good fight. What a comeback Duffy has just put. You got to give it to Duffy. That was an amazing comeback. And back and forth these two go, not wasting any time here late in round 3. It looks to be tied up to me. Back and forth these goes in the middle of the arena. Duffy falls down. Leroy George, he's looking for a domination in round 3. We'll see if he can get it. One more hit needs to connect, and it does. Leroy George gets his first win in the UFC, knocking out his rival, Duffy. Joe Duffy hits the mat, and there he goes. He goes dancing on him. That was a nice right hook there that lands once again on the temple. Bam! See you later, Duffy. You're going to embarrass me like that, or you're going to pay for it. What a fight that was. Oh my goodness, that could be fight of the night. But I gotta somehow calm down and focus now, because we have Floyd Mayweather defending his title against Eddie Alvarez. This is title fight number 1. Floyd Mayweather has never lost in the UFC. We're about to see if he can defend his title here, as he beat Conor McGregor I want to say that was his last fight where he beat Conor McGregor. So we'll see if he can defend his title. And right off the bat, oh my goodness, Alvarez falls down big here in round 1. That is not good, actually. Floyd Mayweather, he's so quick, you know, and he can get so many hits on you before you can ever get a hit on him. And I think, you know, that's something Alvarez is going to struggle here with. A nice leg kick there. And trying to make a comeback here. Maybe he got inspired by Joe Duffy. We'll see. Nice block by Alvarez. He's playing smart. That leg kick misses. And he's trying to make a comeback here. Oh my goodness. Alvarez. Oh my goodness. That would have been an amazing comeback, but just couldn't finish it. As that connects there, and Alvarez's legs, they give out on him, and he falls to the mat. That was a good. Alvarez made that round. He showed potential in that round. He made it interesting. We'll see what he can do here in round 2. I think he needs to play a little smarter. I think he was on to something in round 1. We'll see if he can, you know, collect himself after getting knocked out, though, and make this fight, you know, more competitive. He's already down by 1. That's okay, though. He's playing it a lot smarter. He's letting Floyd do his thing, but he's blocking the shots that Floyd sends. We'll see how Floyd changes up his fight. Tries with the uppercut there. That misses. Alvarez, both of these fighters not able to hit here. They're filling each other out, man. You can really tell they know what each other are sending here. Floyd, though, takes the lead, but not by much. Floyd's gassed. Alvarez is not going to take advantage of it, though. Floyd's going to, you know, we all know Floyd has one of the best stamina in the league. Like, his stamina is on point. Alvarez trying to go toe-to-toe with Floyd. Takes the lead. Floyd, though, we know he's got the clutch gene in him, and he already takes the lead right back. He's backed up against the fence, and still. And then he kicks Alvarez's limp body around the freaking arena to just disrespect him. Backed up against the cage, and yet he still knocks out Alvarez. Alvarez playing aggressive, has him up against the cage, misses with that one, and then Floyd's counter punch knocks him out. That's something Floyd does better than anybody in the UFC, is his counter attack. But here we go, boys. Floyd Mayweather is the first ever to defend the title here in the UFC. Can Chuck Liddell be the second to ever defend the title? Literally every title fight we've had, the champion has lost. That has now just changed, but can Chuck Liddell keep it going? This is our main event, our last fight of the night. Chuck Liddell versus Griffin. There's been some trash talk. Liddell basically exposing Griffin for losing against Gustafsson last UFC. And Griffin saying Chuck Liddell doesn't even deserve to be a champion. Chuck Liddell currently has the most wins in the UFC. He is, I mean, the best. So Griffin's calling him out really doesn't make sense. But we'll see. Griffin falling down easy. Chuck Liddell making easy work of Griffin here. We'll see. And oh my God, the leg kicks of Chuck Liddell. There's none like it. His leg kicks will knock you out, and Griffin finds that out the hard way. Oh, what a devastating hit. I mean, Chuck Liddell has one of the strongest leg kick games in the UFC. Anderson Silva, you know, I would say them two compare pretty good together, but there's a power behind Chuck Liddell's that no one else can really match, I think. And Griffin, once again, finding himself down here early in round 2. Oh my goodness, Griffin, you may not ever get another shot at this, and you're just going to get embarrassed. Liddell making easy work of Griffin. One more hit, and it'll finish. Chuck Liddell staying calm, and there it is. There it is, the left hook. Chuck Liddell makes easy work of Griffin. 2 rounds is all it takes for Chuck Liddell to maintain his title, and now we have seen it. Both the champions hold their titles for the first time in UFC history. We have the same 2 champions going further into the UFC history here, holding on to their titles. Boys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this UFC event, and if you did, make sure to leave a like button and think about subscribing, and I will see you guys